Greetings and salutations, Morgan back for Seahawks Palaver. Um, I'm super excited about day two of the NFL draft. On screen here we have Charles Cross. Talked about that a little bit. Great pick. But day two was amazing. Boye Mafe, fantastic edge player. A bit of a tweener for a 3-4. It's going to be interesting how they work him in, while avoiding light boxes. On our defense next year. I don't know what our defense is going to be like next year. 3-4, probably a lot of 4-3 on passing downs, maybe. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for the defense next year. I don't know what they're going to do, but they have a lot of great players in there, and a lot of different ways to get after it. If they mix up their fronts a little bit, I'm super excited. And Boye Mafe brings a lot of explosion and just potential for some decent pass rush. And they said they were going to use him in a lot of different ways, so I do think that they're probably going to stick him at linebacker here and there, rotating in and out with Uchenna, Owusu, and Darrell Taylor. Great. And then getting in their speed packages, on third and longs, it's going to be awesome. Their NASCAR packages are going to look really good, kind of echoing the days of when Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill were wreaking havoc in the backfield. And Chris Clemens, I'm excited. And Kenneth Walker, I don't know why Corbin Smith gave him a B. That's definitely an A pick for me. In round two, Kenneth Walker III, one of the best players in the draft as far as I was concerned, probably the best running back. I liked him more than Breece Hall. And he definitely has the broken tackle stat that I know Pete Carroll loves. He runs hard with a lot of violence. He's like a slightly better Dameon Pierce, which a lot of people were talking was a very Seahawks back who's still on the board, but C+. Ridiculous. This is an awesome pick. Who knows what's going to happen with Chris Carson? Again, the injury history at running back with who we have right now with Rashad Penny and Chris Carson is not good. We definitely needed a bell cow to add to our stable, and Kenneth Walker is an amazing player. I never thought we'd draft him. I just didn't. When I would do my own mock drafts for the Seahawks, I'd always cheekily take him, saying, "Oh, this is what I would do." But I never thought that they would. Right? I thought that they would go for more value back in the later rounds because there are a lot of great running backs still on the board, but I don't think any of them have the ceiling that Kenneth Walker has. I'm super excited for this. And then Abraham Lucas. Very Seahawky. He's like the anti-Charles Cross as far as testing goes. He tested off the charts. Doesn't have as smooth a technique and maybe not as good movement as Charles Cross at this point, but it's all there, right? All the clay's there. He's just got to be taught some more things, and he's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited, and the irony of solidifying our offensive line as soon as we trade Russell Wilson is not lost on me. I mean, come on now, right? So A grade there, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Now, I would be remiss to not talk about how excited I am for today. There are a lot of good players still on the board. I just wanted to highlight a couple of guys that I have high hopes for. First one is Damari Mathis. I love this guy. Again, very Seahawky. 5'11", 196, 4'3", 40, a 43.5 inch vert. I mean, they love vert in their cornerbacks. They like length and arm length too. They like all that. But the reason that they drafted, was it Walter Thurmond? Or, anyway, he had a 40-inch vert as they went and signed him. Jeremy Lane. It was Jeremy Lane. Jeremy Lane had a 40-inch vert, and that made the Seahawks very interested. And next thing you know, he's on the team. So this is something they definitely have a trait that they like in their corners, and 43.5 is really good. I think the record is 46.5 or 47. Gerald Sensabaugh, if I recall correctly. So this is getting up there. 11.1 broad and a 4.18 shuttle. Very, very athletic corner. Ball hockey, had his share of interceptions. A lot of potential here. He's still, he gives up a lot of big plays too because he takes risks. But I think that can be mitigated with some proper coaching. He's a fantastic player. I'm really excited for Damari Mathis. Another guy that I love is Prince Emili out of Penn. No one really talks about this guy, but he had a 36.5-inch vert and a 1.56 10-yard split, which is again, close to Cliff Averill territory. This is a really good 10-yard split. I think it's the same split that Boye Mafe had, actually. And this guy's 295. So Some amazing lateral movement, very raw. I mean, of course, playing for Penn is not gonna, get you a lot of football expertise. Although he is a Wharton School major and at University of Pennsylvania, and also does pre-med requirements because he wants to be a doctor. This guy is something else. I'm a big fan of Prince Mealy, and I hope that, I don't know if he's going to get drafted, but I would take him in the 7th. I'd even probably take him in the 6th, but you probably go somewhere in the 7th. If not, definitely a priority UDFA. An amazing guy. And he has a highlight reel. Let me see if I can find, I queued it up. He made his own highlight reel. Like it's his own account with 4 subscribers. He made his own little highlight reel, and just watch this guy's lateral movement. It's amazing. He could really, it's raw, but you can see that you can see it there. Look how fast he gets around, locates the ball carrier. He definitely finds the quickest way from point A to point B. And look at that. He scooted past 2 guys around the center. That was an amazing play. And he does it again here. He knows what he's doing, and he has the raw traits to get there. I think with some NFL coaching, get him in a fitness program, this guy, he's going to be something. That's my opinion. I am a big Prince Mealy fan. And then just going through the list of who's available. Sam Howell, I still don't know if we're going to get a quarterback. I don't think it's something we're going to target. And I think it's awesome that the entire NFL collectively kind of decided, you know what, these quarterbacks aren't very good, and we're not going to worry about it too much, right? Outside of Pittsburgh taking Kenny Pickett, which kind of makes sense. Local kid, bringing him home, playing in the same stadium even that he played in college is interesting. But I like how they just didn't say, we need the extra fifth year option on a quarterback, so we'll spend the first round capital to do it. They just didn't. They didn't make the Jake Locker, Christian Ponder mistakes that they made before, where they're like, "Oh, I got to take a quarterback now." No one really did that, and I think that's very interesting. It's kind of a turning point. But some excellent names available today in half an hour from where I'm recording this. Prayan Winfrey, Calvin Austin III out of Memphis, dynamic, fun, wideout. Tariq Woolen has some good size. Fa'alele, of course, good size too, but I don't see him playing tackle. At least definitely not in a wide run system. Definitely in a power scheme, I can see him really excelling. However, because he does have good movement for his size, I just don't think it's good tackle movement for a zone running system. Zion McCallum, another great corner. Isaiah Spiller, the Seahawks had him in when we're talking. I think that they were really thinking about taking a running back later on in the draft. Isaiah Spiller, and they had Abram Smith in from Baylor for visits to the VMAC. I didn't think that they thought Kenneth Walker would be available to them, so I think that this upset their plans a little bit. But that's okay. People are going to get really good running back value later in the draft. Damian Pierce, Zamir White, excellent. So many good running backs. Where's my boy from? We'll get to him from South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits. We'll get back to him. Pierre Strong Jr. He's still on the board. Excellent player. Jalen Davis, one of my other favorite cornerbacks, who's not named Damari Mathis. Really good. Khalil Shakir, tiny. I have hopes for this guy, but he is very slight. Looks kind of like a tennis player out there. So I don't know how he's going to hold up in the NFL, but at Boise, he did really well. Jojo Doman, if you want a good coverage linebacker, you could do worse than Jojo Doman. Kingsley Anningbari, is he going to be LJ Collier Part 2, or is he going to be something more? He wasn't drafted in the first round, so we don't have to worry about the bust potential. But someone's going to get a pretty good player there, too, if you can put it all together. Darian Kennard, really strong, powerful guard. Charlie Kohler, dynamic tight end, to catch and block. Someone's going to get a good tight end there. Josh Jobe, I'm not as high on as some people. Neil Farrell Jr., excellent run stopper. Rasheed Walker was horrible at tackle. That was a dog ass as a tackle, but I think he'd be a good guard. Donovan West, didn't watch him play very much. Jeremiah Salyer got a lot of pre-draft hype. I'm surprised that he's still on the board, but I guess people are, downgrading guards. Amari Barno, definitely a very Seahawks player. I don't think that he's going to be a target since we've since we got Boye Mafe, but he ran a 4.3 at this size, 4.36. That's amazing. Brandon Smith, I really hope I think he'd be a fantastic Bobby Wagner Well, you can never really replace Bobby Wagner, can you? But someone who could definitely stand in that spot. Brandon Smith brings a lot of size and athleticism. He's probably one of the last big guys that can play athletically at this spot. And it's kind of like where we got KJ Wright too, all those years ago. So hopefully we'll target Brandon Smith soon. Kellen Deach, a good player, very overaged. He's going to be like 25 or 26 by the time the season rolls around. So we'll see about that. Zach Tom, a lot of flexibility along the line. Jackson Jones, Jeremy Beavers, there's so many good players here. Ty Chandler runs low behind his pads. He's a really good zone running back. I would have been fine if the Seahawks had drafted him instead of Kenneth Walker, later on in the 5th or 6th. There's a lot of good players still left available. And there's a kicker if you want to save some money. Just saying. Michael Clemens, Intimidator. I would love to have him on the team too. Max Mitchell's a bit undersized for a tackle, but he can move really well. And there's my boy, Pierce Strong Jr., South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Dynamic runner. Would have liked to have seen him on the Seahawks too. It was such a good, and my boy, Jamar Mathis, such a good draft. I'm really excited for this to wrap up. I don't know what we're going to do. Don't know where we're going to go. But it's wide open. I mean, it's so deep. This is such a deep draft this year. And we've killed it so far, the Seahawks. I think this is every bit as good as our 2012 draft. And we had 2 Hall of Famers in that draft. Probably won't get 2 Hall of Famers out of this draft, but I'm excited. Malcolm Rodriguez, another one of my boys. I think he's a Nakobe Dean budget version. I think he's going to be a really good player too. So hopefully, Chigozie Okonkwo, second coming of Kyle Juszczyk right here. He's going to be fantastic. My gosh, there's so many good players. Like, I don't even know. It's deep. This is a deep draft. I'm excited. I wish we had some comp picks, actually. But looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. And we'll get back together when the draft is over and see what happened in the last rounds. As far as I'm concerned, the Seahawks already won. The first 4 picks were fantastic. And I'm looking forward to, what they do. Deep draft. And we'll see if there's any surprises. All right, thanks, guys. I'll catch up with you next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.